Hello, welcome in, welcome in. How's everyone doing today? I am so excited. I love seeing all of you in the comments. Hi, Joan and Donna. Hi, DV. Hey, DV, it's not Wednesday. I see you on. Wednesdays are hard for you, I know. Hi, Carol. Hi, Andrea. Awesome. I'm so excited for today. Well, for the week, really, for the week. Keep the comments rolling, and you know the drill. If you are a true Hoop Sisters fan and you come to all the lives and you know how to do the technique and you have the designs, give me a number 2 in the comments. Let's get this party started. Keep the comments rolling. Number 2 in the comments if you consider yourself a hoop sister, like Mary and Charlene and Joyce and Gloria. Yay! We're super glad you're here today. And then if you are brand new, maybe you've never jumped on one of our lives or you've never tried one of the designs, but you've watched the live, I would love it if you would say, number 1 in the comments. Drop a number 1 there in the comments and we will welcome you. And maybe this is your week. Who knows? But either way, whether you are new or you consider yourself a hoop sister, we're glad you're here. And my guess is you're going to learn something, which is pretty exciting too. Hello, hello. Okay. Let's get this party started. There's Sarah too. I'm going to introduce you to Sarah in just a minute. But it's Academy Week here at Hoop Sisters. So we have a full week planned for you, and it's going to be a good one. I think you're going to really love this. So first, I want to mention that we have left registration open until tomorrow at 3 p.m. So you get a little extra time. And if you have not yet registered, we'll have Nina drop it in the comments. Go to that registration link, just put your email in, and we are going to email you this adorable pencil case. I mean, we got a teaching theme going this week, right? So little pencil case. Annie always has hers with little colored pencils in it. So go get your hands on this. It's a really great project, and it's totally free when you register. So click on that link, get registered if you have not done so already, okay? Also, I would love it if you guys would take just a minute and subscribe. If you're over on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. It helps us so much. And even if you're on Facebook, you can share this out with your friends or tag someone who might be new to embroidery, new to quilting. We'd love it if you would help us spread the word about how awesome Hoop Sisters is. Okay, cool. Also, I love giveaways. You guys love giveaways? Anybody? So this week, we're actually going to be giving away $250 in Hoop Sisters store credit. They haven't thrown anything at me from over there on the other side of the room yet. $250, you guys. So pay attention. Be here live. It pays to be here live. So for today, we have a keyword, and the word of the day is academy. I hope I spelled it right, Sarah. The keyword is academy. So whether you're watching on Facebook or whether you're watching on YouTube, go and drop the word academy in the comments, and you will be entered to win $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit today. And then the rest of the week, we're doing that again with a different keyword. So it pays to show up and participate live and comment and have fun with us. Okay. We like to give things away. In fact, we should add up all the giveaways we've done this year. It'd be a lot. That's for sure. Okay. Now, before I hand you over to your teachers for today, I also wanted to share the class agenda with you. So this is what we're going to be doing this week. Unlike a typical workshop where we're here live for 2 days, we're live all week, and we're going to go in depth on a couple things, which is really exciting. Even if you are a number 2 person and you're here all the time and you're a hoop sister, I think you're probably going to learn something. So today, once I pass it over to the girls, they're going to reveal the quilt. It's got amazing quilting. And then they're also going to do a live stitch out. And then tomorrow, we're actually going to do a second live stitch out that's a tad different than today, a little bit different technique in there. Then Wednesday, we're going in depth on trimming, some anchor pinning, and some joining. And then Thursday and Friday are going to be very exciting. Thursday, we are going to talk about backing option number 1, which is putting a one-piece back on your quilt. Oh yes, Vicki, it's also a new project. We're going to show you a new project too. And then, so one-piece backing option on Thursday, and then Friday, we're actually going to share with you how to put it back on while your block is still in the hoop and use our stashing method. So we're going to go a little bit deeper than we normally do. What if we cannot attend? Sarah must want me to answer this because she just popped this up on the screen. Yes, you will definitely be able to watch the replays. If you are registered for this event, you're going to get them in your email. They're also going to remain on YouTube. What are you laughing at? You got something else over there?
She's just moving the camera down.
Oh, okay. she does that. She does that. Okay. So I also want you to know that if at any point you're like, hold on, I don't get it. I'm not getting this registration gift, or my cart doesn't look a certain way, or what did they say about this? You can reach out to Nina. We have a customer experience manager. She's your go-to point person. Her phone number and email are on the screen. I say this all the time, but it's so true. Like, I hate it when I order something from someone, or I want to order something and I can't figure out how to just talk to a person and get my question answered. We're not like that around here. We're going to announce right now that you have a contact, and we'll share her phone number and email address several times throughout the week. She's also in the comments. So she'll do her best to answer live. But if you have something specific to your account, your free gift, anything like that, give her a call after the live or shoot her a quick email. Okay. All right. It's time to meet your teachers. Yay. I'm about to turn you over. You guys are in such good hands for this week. My mom, look, by the way, I didn't even plan this. I just noticed it. You guys see that? This is what I'm drinking out of today.
What do you want now?
So my beautiful and talented mother, Annie Moody, is one of your teachers. And then my extremely talented sister, Sarah Congdon, and also she just got her hair done, so she's beautiful as well. They're going to be teaching you today. They are digitizers and designers here at Hoop Sisters, and you guys are going to be in such good hands. So have fun. All right, turning it over to you girls.
Okay, I'm happy she called me beautiful because I was listening. She said you were beautiful, and I had to make sure she's sucking up to you too with the mug.
That
Gosh,
you gave her, like, don't forget about me.
Yes. Yeah. You know what's so funny too? I'm watching comments as Aubrey was talking, and right before the live, we were like, what should the keyword be today? And I think I said academy, and we always try to make it something that's really simple and easy to spell, you know, because you're typing all fast in the comments. And now I see academy over and over again. And I'm like, is that spelled right? But it is. But you know, when you see a word over and over again,
You have to spell it like we spelled it, whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah. But just when you see a word over and over again,
Yeah,
it looks,
that is so
it
true.
looks weird.
It does look
Okay. So I bet instead of hearing me ramble and you ramble, they want to see.
I think they
the
do.
new design.
And they got a little peek at it.
Yeah,
so
they
there you
do.
can see the quilting that's in it.
Okay, should we go to the next slide?
Yeah,
I think
let's
they're
do
going to
it.
see it on the next slide. We'll go through a couple really
Yep.
pretty pictures that we have, and then we'll show you guys the real thing up close in a moment. Let's see. Okay, there it is. There is Woven Star. Let's see what the other one looks like. There's another full image. Oh gosh, am I going too far, Aubrey? Let's see.
Nope.
Okay, and then here it is backing with sashing,
Yes.
which we're going to talk about
Yep.
primarily you. You're our, I'm learning from you too.
Yep, absolutely. So Aubrey had mentioned what the agenda was for the week. And so the last 2 days, we're going to talk about backing options, the one-piece backing, and also backing it while it's in the hoop, and then putting the sashing over the seams. I'm going to stitch a block today, and I'm going to stitch a block tomorrow. Both of those will have the backing added, which we don't always do. A lot of times we just, we're not going to do that for the live, but we are going to do that for the next 2 days. So you stick around, you might learn something new that we don't normally do.
Yes. So before we jump into stitching, do you want to talk a little over the quilt details?
I sure will. If I can see them, excuse me, I'm going to get close to you guys. Okay. So yes, this comes in 5-inch blocks and also 8-inch blocks, and comes in a bunch of different formats. So your embroidery machine will be able to stitch this out. So we have approximate finished size with the layout you see there. For an 8-inch block is 60 inches by 60 inches. And if you're doing the 5-inch blocks, it's about 37.5 inches square. It is available on a USB and also as a digital download for just $45. And again, like all Hoop Sisters designs, it includes the quilting with the design. It's just part of it.
Yes.
Thank you, Georgette. She says that's gorgeous.
You guys are so kind. Let's see. I think what we're going to do now, the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about, and I did what I didn't want to do. Okay.
There you go.
Let's hold this up and then
Okay.
we'll show it under the close-up cam over there.
All right, sounds good.
So this is the larger size, right?
Yes, this is the larger 8-inch size.
You
I
want me
don't
to
know.
hold it and you can talk about it?
Well, yeah, we can do that.
Mhm.
So this quilt, come down a little lower, give
Oh.
your arms a break. It has basically 3 blocks that make up a star section, and this is one star section. And so you've got your star points right there. You're going to make 4 of those in your section, and you're going to have one center block that you're going to make, and you're going to make 4 of the quilted blocks. And they're just so pretty. The quilting is very pretty on it. So basically that's just one section of it. And since we're adding the backing when we're doing our sewing this week, you're going to see that the quilting comes through to the back. Can you see all that quilting? If you did a one-piece backing, you would not see the quilting. But when you add the backing while it's in the hoop and you match your needle and your bobbin thread, you're going to have that beautiful quilting show through on the back. And of course, we used a contrasting sashing, and the sashing, the purpose of it is to cover the raw edges. We'll learn more about that later in the week. So you can choose contrasting, or I could have used this yellow to make it blend in more. So you'll have choices when you do.
And that's a personal preference.
It
thing,
is. It really
whether
is.
you like that,
Yep.
it to show up or not. Let's throw it under this camera.
Okay.
And then
Get rid of our little pencil pouches. Okay.
do you want me to fold it?
Well, I actually
we're trying to put this big quilt under.
That's all right. I'll put this here. I also have some blocks here that
Okay.
are not stitched together, so I can bring them in nice and close.
Yeah.
So you can see we have our little center block, and this is just one star section for woven star. And I'll just bring these up a little close. This is the quilting that you'll see in your corner blocks.
That's so cute.
It's just really sweet. And then this is the beautiful quilting that you will see on your star points. So that also is really cute. Let me find the center one.
Oh, look at this comment.
Linda Russell said the star points look like envelopes. Could make a totally different design depending upon
Yes,
layout. That's right.
Absolutely. So this is our center block, and our center block, we're going to do this one tomorrow. So this one has a little bit unique piecing. So you're going to learn a different technique tomorrow in order to stitch out your center block. Today we will start with the star points.
Okay. Should I go to the next? You want to go back to slides? Or are you showing in the
Oh,
back now?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
no,
reading comments,
no,
so I'm
you're-
not
you're
fully paying
fine.
attention to you.
You can go back to the slides.
Okay, let me go over here. Okay, so
We can
this
talk
is the
about
bonus. Do you want to talk about the bonus now?
Yeah. So as you can see in that slide, I'm trying to figure out where to put the quilt.
I'll take it. I guess I
Okay.
should have taken it from you.
Okay.
Let you get that.
So let me bring this up here. This is our bonus, and our little bonus block is this little heart that you could put in the center. So you could put that in the center of your star points as you want, if you want to. And I kind of thought about doing this because I'm thinking this would be pretty in red, white, and blue. It would be pretty in Christmas colors, or just whatever color matches your house. So I thought, well, if we're going to do red, white, and blue, we thought this would make a pretty cool bonus. So this is our 8-inch bonus turned into a little mug rug. And then this is our little 5-inch bonus. So this is your bonus block that you get with this. And you know what? I did a little research because I'm old enough that I was around. I was in high school for the bicentennial for the United States. And I thought, well, that's 200 years, bicentennial. What is 250 years? So
It's just 250, right?
well, yeah. I mean, they had to name
I'm
it
just teasing
something.
you.
So bicentennial is 200 years. 250 years can be called two different things. It's a little history here, guys. semi-quincentennial. That's a little long for me. There is another choice.
That is going to be our keyword tomorrow.
I'll say it again. Semi-quincentennial. See, I can't even say it. I can't even say it. But there's another choice. It's a quarter millennial. So
I like that better.
quarter millennial sounds good. So we'll stick with that. So, in honor of that, we've kind of started out, just in case you wanted to make something patriotic and make it a little bit early, that you'll get a cute little heart-shaped bonus block.
Okay. Did you want to show any of these blocks under here? Okay.
I do. As a matter of fact, I have a place to stash that.
There you go.
So what I'm going to stitch here in a little while is going to be the 5-inch size. And let me just lay these out here. So, lay it this way. What?
Someone said I better start typing that keyword for tomorrow.
Yes. Good point. Start typing that keyword right now for tomorrow. Okay. So we're going to work on a little 5-inch one. This makes a cute little kind of Christmassy looking. And I thought it was pretty cute. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to stitch another star point that will end up going there. Tomorrow's when we do the center. And we are adding our backing. Look at that with the backing added.
So pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Really pretty.
Really pretty. So we're going to do the backing and match our needle and bobbin thread. And trying to think what else I want to tell you about this before I forget anything. I think that might be it.
Ginger has a question that's a nice segue into stitching it. She says, does it take very long to embroider?
Well, stick around,
Yeah.
Ginger. Here, I can read on
Annie's going to start right now. So
Yep.
we're going to send her over to the machine and she is going to stitch out one of the blocks right now.
Okay, Ginger, your question, does it take very long to embroider? Let me back my machine. I want to be fair, and I'll go back up to the first step, and it is a 7-minute stitch out for the star points. So it won't take long to do this. Each section of it will have 4 star points, so it shouldn't take too long to make these. They're very simple. There's no satin stitches in it, which seems to take a lot of time. So I just mainly stitch and flip and quilting, which is great. Okay, so now I have in the hoop, we're going to start out with a star point block, and I've got my battleizer in the hoop. And if you're joining us for the first time, I'm going to explain to you what that is. And if you're a number 2 and you've been around for a while, I apologize. I'm going to say it again. Battleizer is our very thin batting that has a scrim on it. So it has a stabilizer. It's a combination batting and stabilizer combo so that you don't have to buy 2 products and uncomfortably try and stitch 2 products. Oh, Ginger, well, you better get busy. Ginger's got a birthday party to go to. Yeah. Yep, come on. Ginger needs to get busy today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hoop that battleizer. And you are going to put just an white embroidery bobbin thread in your bobbin. If you're using dark fabrics, you could use a black embroidery bobbin thread. And then in the needle, you're going to put water-soluble thread in there. And the first step is it stitches this outline. And this is the outline of the block. Now, I have a tan fabric or thread in there, but I just did that so that you can see what's going to stitch. And I also remembered what I was going to say over here. Okay. I'm thinking there was something else. Okay. So you're going to have to decide what color threads you're going to use. And you're going to also, actually, can you give me that big center block? That might be a better. Okay. So this center block here, you can see here, I use 2 different colors of thread. So you have to pick a thread color that's going to look good on each and every one of your colors that you have in your fabric choices or in your kit. And then you can use the same color thread if you want for the quilting on the white areas. So you can use the same thread or you can choose to do a different thread. But I just want you to be aware you're going to choose a color of thread for quilting on our star points that's going to look good on all the different colors. So I chose the tan, And so we got our step 1 done. Our step 2 is an optional step. And it's a step where if you want to add an extra layer of wool, that you can do that. Now, if you're going to do a table runner or something like that, you probably want to skip that, because if you're going to put a glass or a vase or something on it, you'll want to go just with the battleizer. So I'm going to skip that today. And I'm going to go to step 3. Now, step 3 is basically stitching the pattern onto there. And this is also a water soluble step. So we've done all water soluble all the way throughout so far. So it's going to stitch the pattern. Okay, so you can see our pattern here. There's our little envelope shape. And now the next step is you're going to tack down your white fabric or your background fabric. Our background fabric just happens to be white, and it's going to go in this triangular area. So I'm just going to center that. And again, this is a water soluble step, but I'm going to use tan. And I place my fabric, and then I like to look under there to make sure I'm about 1/4 of an inch on the inside. And I have plenty on the outside. And when I know my fabric's placed correctly, I'm going to hit the button to start the machine, and it's going to sew a tack down. Okay. And now the next step is whatever color this particular star point is, you're going to take your little piece of rectangular fabric, and our instructions tell you exactly what size to cut everything. And at this point, you're going to change your water soluble to just a neutral sewing thread. And I'm going to lay it right side down with the raw edges even, and I'm going to stitch a seam. Find my hoop scissors. All right, then this step, you're going to flip that fabric right side up, and you're going to finger press it, and you're going to smooth it out. That one's fine. And then we're going to sew a tack down stitch. And we're still using the same thread. So many of the upcoming steps will still be the same thread. And every step, the instruction tells you what fabric to use, what thread to use. And we usually try and underline what you're going to be using. That way your eye just goes right to it. All right. Now there's a larger piece or a triangle that's the same color as your rectangle. You're going to take that piece and you're going to lay that down right sides together with your raw edges even. You can see how my raw edges are even. And you're going to make sure there's about an equal amount up here as there is down there. So I'm going to shift this just a hair. And using the same thread, I'm going to sew another seam.
Would you mind to answer this now if you can?
Sure.
Donna on YouTube wants to know why we use water-soluble thread.
Okay. Donna, I think the reason we use water-soluble thread is because I'm kind of being snarky here, but then it's actually true, is that I'm lazy and I don't like to change the thread over and over and over again. The other thing is it helps to not have the buildup of all the thread stitching in the same place with layers of fabric and thread. So that's pretty much why we do it. I'm just being honest, you know. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this fabric, I'm going to flip it right side up, and I'm going to finger press it, and I'm going to smooth it out. And I like to make sure these areas, these little flaps, are finger pressed nice and flat. Now this is where you make the decision ahead of time. Are you going to add your backing fabric while it's in the hoop? Or are you going to add your backing fabric as a one-piece back after your quilt's all put together? And like I said, I was going to show all of you to do it in the hoop because we have not done that in a while. So what you're going to do, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put bobbin thread. You're going to take out your embroidery bobbin thread. you're going to put in thread. This is my tan thread. And it just wound the bobbin from the thread that I had in the needle. Whoops, dropping things. And you're going to match the needle thread. I'm going to bring that thread from the bobbin up. And then the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to place my backing fabric right over the top of this and make sure I can get it as centered as possible. So I'm going to peek under in a couple different directions. Okay, and that looks good. And what's cool about this is that your fabric will just cling to that battleizer. I will warn you, don't push down real hard to try and get it to cling. Just a gentle patting will get it to stick. So it'll cling right to it. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put the hoop back on the machine. You know what, Sarah? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking it's the quilting step. You're going to fire me, aren't you?
No, I did notice that. But
Okay,
it was okay.
Yep.
Especially for just tacking down around the outside.
Right. So this step here, what it's going to do is it's going to tack around the outside to hold your backing fabric to it. This is also water-soluble thread. And Donna, the reason for this step you would use water-soluble thread is because when you sew this block to the next block, you're going to sew right on the basting stitch. And if you sew on the basting stitch and your needle goes to one side or the other, these stitching could show up on the front. So by using water-soluble thread to tack it all in place, what that does is you don't have to get your seam ripper out. It will just dissolve. So, and again, I'm going to use my tan thread. You guys will use water-soluble thread in the needle and embroidery bobbin thread in the bobbin. And your instructions will tell you every step of the way.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to answer one question while that's stitching. Oh, I got to go over here. So over on YouTube, we have a question that says, do you have to use water-soluble thread? I'll give my answer and then you can say if you disagree or not, because sometimes we do. So I wouldn't say you have to use water-soluble thread. We can't make you do anything, right? We would strongly encourage that you use it, especially for the step that Annie just completed. And the reason for that is because when you trim your block and then you join your blocks together, you want those basting stitches like she just stitched to be able to just disappear, to make your quilt look a little more seamless in case you don't catch them perfectly when you're joining your block. And we're going to do joining on Wednesday. So that might make a little bit more sense if you come on Wednesday.
And
so
we'll look and see if we can find a quilt that we can show you where when we have this happen, we purposely do not dissolve the water-soluble thread so that we can use it as an example of why we do use water-soluble. So for this step, the first few steps, it's optional, but this particular step, when you're adding your backing fabric or you're just tacking down to hold the fabric on the front, anything on the edge, that we really highly recommend water-soluble thread.
And if you don't have a water-soluble thread, you can try to match your thread to your fabrics, but you can see like in the block here, Annie has white on some edges and dark green on other edges. So it's kind of hard to find like a neutral fabric for all of those areas.
It is. Good point, Sarah.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, that's all right. That's why you're here. Okay, so the next step is our quilting. So this is where I have my my needle and my bobbin thread are matching. If your machine has an automatic thread cutter, we recommend a couple things. And these things that we recommend are for the purpose of not having a bird's nest on the bottom of your quilt. A lot of time those bird nests, they can get, and they just make your quilt look ugly. And if we have our backing fabric, which is going to make that quilting show through, we don't want bird's nests to show there through it. So what you can do is you can turn off your automatic thread cutter if you have one. And the other thing you can do is you can bring that bobbin thread to the top so that it won't bird nest on you. So I'm just doing a needle down, needle up, and now I have a hold of both my needle and my bobbin thread. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start and let it do a few stitches. And then then you can go ahead and clip that thread tail. And that'll help prevent bird's nests on the back of your quilt.
So while that's stitching really quick, we were just talking about water soluble thread. So that we don't get stray too far from that topic, this is an example of why we use water soluble thread. So right here on this red fabric where the watermelon is, you can see this white stitching. This is all water soluble thread. So if we were to wash the wall hanging or just dab at those stitches with like a damp Q-tip, this stitching would just disappear. Versus even if we used a thread that matches, you're still going to see it close up and in person. But the water soluble is nice because it just disappears. And like Annie said, we like to be lazy. We don't want to rethread our machine to get all our fabrics down. So we can just keep that one thread in there for quite a few of the applique steps, which is nice.
Quilting is finished. Oh, okay. All right, the quilting is finished in this section, and now we have some quilting that's on the green fabric. And for this section here, this is where if you decide that you want to change the color and put a different color thread here in this green area versus your background, keep in mind that your other star points are going to be different colors. So you can choose which color you want, but all your star points for the quilting for both the background and the actual star points are going to be the same thread. I chose to use the same thread for the color areas for the star points as well as the background. So again, I can just go ahead and I can get this going, and it's going to do the quilting on my star points. No. New step in designing. Okay. So Cheryl, on the new step in the design, so I honestly did not do what I told you to do, and I did not turn my thread cutter off. For my second quilting step, that stitching there on the green, you don't have to do that, because if you turn your thread cutter off, it will have a jump stitch in the back that you need to cut. But that jump stitch will hold it in place, so you don't have to worry about bringing it up and down for this particular quilting step. I think you figured it out. Okay, yeah. This will make a super cute little table runner for Christmas. Okay. Do the quilt cutting instructions call for the triangle pieces? Yes, they do, Sharon. We tell you what size of square of fabric to cut, and then we tell you to cut them on, from corner to corner. So yes, the instructions definitely tell you how many of these triangle pieces you will need, how many rectangle pieces you need. It is all spelled out, and there's a page for the 5-inch blocks and another page for the 8-inch blocks. So we give you all the information that you could possibly need. And it is just about finished. I think we have a couple more lines over here up in this area, and then we should be finished. And when this block is finished, I'm going to show you how to use the trimmer by George and how. Oh, we're doing that Wednesday. Aubrey said I can't show you today.
Show like a blip, but I want to go in too much detail.
Okay. All right. She's so mean. She won't let us do it. She has to keep me under control. All right. So there we go. Quick 6-7 minute stitch out, and we have our cute little block all finished.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, couple things that we feel like you just need to know. And Sarah, you can keep the comments are flying in, so I'm going to let you do that so I can watch what's going on or pay attention to what's going on. So a couple of things. We actually also have a fabric kit. So if you're interested, I guess I should say this. Let me back up for a second. If you love the design and you want to stitch it out and put everything that you can learn this week into practice, you can order the design. The design is $45, which is a magnificent price, especially considering all of the quilting is included. So that gorgeous quilting that Annie's been stitching out, it's all included. You don't have to buy a separate quilting file. You don't have to pay someone to long arm your quilt. When it's done, and it's gorgeous. $45. You can pick to do that as a digital download and get started right away, or you can pick the design on USB. Either way, same files, same instructions, same fabric and thread key in there. So you can pick maybe your own fabrics, all for $45. Okay. And Nina's dropping the order link for us. Now, the second thing I want you to know is if you love our sample, we actually have a fabric kit. And it's got a ton of fabric in it. In fact, Sarah, I might pass that over to you so that you can actually show them the fabrics under that camera, because it's more than the usual amount of fabrics. It's like 6.5 yards of fabric. So it's got a lot in it. Do you want to show them that over there?
I was wondering if anyone saw how I put my star point going the wrong way.
Don't do that.
Then, yeah, I had it pointing that way instead of that way. So don't do that.
Okay. So like Aubrey said, this is a hefty bunch of fabric. Like it makes a thud in real life when you drop it on there. So you guys can see all this, and it's just a lot.
It is
It's
a lot of
fabric.
And I love this. I think it's called bell pepper orange. Is that what that one is?
Yes,
It's such
yeah.
a pretty fabric.
Yes. These all look so pretty together.
Are they poppy cotton?
Yeah.
Yep. I think the solid white is Michael Miller, but I think the rest are poppy cotton.
And this one just pulls all those colors together. It's so pretty.
It's 6.5 yards of fabric. It's a lot of fabric. Beautiful fabrics. This is one of my favorite colors.
I know.
All that line of
Yeah.
poppy cotton fabrics. It's a really pretty. It is called bell pepper orange, but it's almost a little more red.
It is.
So just really
Yeah.
beautiful fabrics.
Yeah. I think you guys will love that.
All right, Aubrey.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so the kit is available. We have limited supply of them, and it's gorgeous. It's got a ton of fabric. It does not include the backing. I saw Terry, I think, asked that earlier, so we can unstar that question. It does not include the backing or the sashing fabric, but it has everything else, and it's a lot of fabric for $88. Gorgeous Michael Miller and poppy cotton, some of our faves. So love that. Okay, the other thing that we put on the website, if you're new, if you put your number one and you're kind of thinking this might be the time to dive in, a lot of times people will watch us live a couple times and then they'll go, okay, this is the project. If that's the case for you, this is something we have on our website sometimes, not all the time, but we put it back in this week. Okay. So limited time only. This is only going to be this week, but it's our toolbox, and it's perfect because it has all of the essentials that you're going to want to use. They're all the products we know, love, recommend. They're in our instructions. And those products are the 5 yards of battleizer, our trimmer by George, which we're going to demonstrate on Wednesday, which is perfect for removing the bulk from the seams without slicing into your block. It's the perfect tool. If anyone here in the comments has one and loves it, let everybody know, because don't take just my word for it, right? If you do a 5-inch block, would you?
Shoot. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you didn't mean to do that, did you?
I meant to put this one up. I didn't start your other question, Terry.
Okay.
In a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Terry. That's awesome. So she said the toolbox was great when she first got started. And I really think it is, because it has all the things that we talk about, right? So the 5 yards of battleizer, the trimmer by George. It also has the Hoop Scissors Mini, which is a fantastic tool when trimming in the hoop. It's got an offset handle, so you can trim everything because you don't want to take it out of your hoop. So that's a perfect scissor for what we're doing. And then the 300 yards of Vanish Light thread, which is a great size to get started with. So if you're like, I don't even have Vanish Light, think about getting that. We also sell it individually on the website, but I use the trimmer a lot for all my projects. Love it. And the mini scissors too. Fantastic. So I like this because Patty even says trimmer's great. So don't take our word for it. It's our product, but I think you'll see in the comments, everybody loves it. So Toolbox is on the website. Really great if you're new and you're like, I've never used Battleizer. I don't know what this trimmer is they're talking about. You're going to want it. Come back and see how that all works on Wednesday. Okay. The other thing that we've added we've added so much good stuff. The other thing we've added to the website, which Linda actually made a video on how this works for Friday. Friday, we're talking about sashing, and we have limited supply of the bias tape maker. You don't need it. We can show you how to do it without it, but it makes your life a little bit easier. We have limited stock and they're just $8.50. So great price. And we're going to talk about sashing on Friday. So come back on Friday for that and we'll go into that. Okay. Any questions I should answer now before I get into this?
I don't think so. Let's go through
Okay.
that first.
Okay, so as always, if you order during the workshop, we like to do promotions. We like to give you a little bit of a discount and things like that. So this week, our promotion is lasting all week long. So who's excited about that? I know someone said, do I have till Friday to decide all the things I need? Yes, you have until Friday at midnight. So let's talk about what this looks like. So again, the design, you can pick USB or download, $45, and great price considering it has all that exquisite quilting already built in, and it's beginner friendly. And we're walking you through the entire process this whole week. Now, let's say you go, okay, I want the design, but I also think I might need that toolbox or the fabric kit or just Battleizer or just a trimmer, whatever that might look like. And you add that to your cart as well. So you have two things in your cart. You're instantly going to get 10% off. And you're instantly going to get, I got a new computer and it just popped up some hand gesture thing. I guess I better keep my hands down.
Did you do this? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
Thumbs up or you will get fireworks maybe.
Oh, now I kind of want to do it. Anyway, you're going to get 10% off when you add 2 or more items from the new arrivals category, which is the link that Nina's been dropping in the comments. So 2 or more items. You'll get the 10% off automatically, and you'll get the bonus, which we'll show again, but we did show the bonus. That'll pop in for free. So you get those nice little extras. I do want to mention there's a couple exclusions in the new arrivals category. That looks like wool, strip stick, any pre-cut fabrics, and any thread. Okay, so those things will not be included, but the toolbox is included in 10% off. The fabric kit is included. So there's lots of good stuff in there. There's also other designs. So if you are, say, an international customer, we've got people all over the place. We've got people in Germany, Australia, Africa, like everywhere. So if that's you, maybe think about 2 designs, then you'll get the 10% off, you get the bonus, and all that good stuff. The last promotion that we also have going on this week is any order of $149 shipping within the contiguous US is shipping for free. So lots of great promotions, and there you go all week long. Okay. All right. Anything else we want to say before I do a live viewer giveaway?
Do it.
Do it? Okay. So real quick, we do have questions that
Quincentennial, everyone.
we do have questions that we are going to answer, but I do like to do the giveaway just so that if you already know the answer, you already bought it, whatever, then you can go about your day. But if you do want to know the answers to the questions, be sure to stick around and we'll get that taken care of. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We flew through this today. Uh-oh, what does this mean? I'm just going to click that and hope it works. I got a new computer. Okay, I think it's working, but I'm going to give everyone just a second. I'm going to make sure we're got the screen share going. Okay. Come on, you can do it. I think it's working. Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to pick a live viewer giveaway. Again, we're giving away $250 in store credit this week. Just for showing up live and commenting, you're in it. Okay. So this is going to be exciting.
So this is not $250. This is $50.
Yeah, this is $50 today. We're doing $50 each day. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Donna Papalazzi. Did I do it? Papalazzi?
Probably not.
Okay. They said probably not. I probably did not do it right. Well, either way, congratulations, Donna. So Donna, what you are going to want to do is email Nina, let her know that you were the day one winner of $50 in Hoop Sister store credit, and she'll pop that in your account and you can go shopping. Okay. And if you're like, dang it, I didn't win, just come back the rest of the week and maybe you'll get a chance then. Okay.
Why don't I start popping up some questions that you might want to answer, and
Okay.
then we can answer more technical ones?
That works.
Okay. Let me see. Some are just nice comments.
First Academy week for me. I'm so excited to see what's about. That's awesome, Evelyn. And you've been around a little while, I think. So we're glad that you are here for Academy week. We're excited to dive deeper into backing towards the end of the week for sure.
And this question was asked at the very beginning, but just in case anyone still has it.
Okay, so Christine, how do you get this design? So you will just go to our website. We'll drop the order link. It's hoopsisters.com in the new arrivals tab, or give Nina just a second and she'll drop that link and you can go shopping over there. All right. Will this be available later? I don't have, oh, you don't have a sewing room right now. Oh no. Yes, it will be available later. The kits will probably be gone. And the promotions will definitely be expiring this Friday, the 26th at midnight, but the design will stay on our website for the $45. Okay. Do we have until Friday to order? You got it, Joyce. Apparently I gave a lot of thumbs up and I didn't even realize it. Yes, you have till Friday to order with the promotions. Again, the design will remain on the website, but to get the best pricing, if you're going to get a couple things or hit the free shipping, Friday at midnight. Yes, we will, Cheryl. Actually, Annie and Sarah are covering sashing on Friday. So Friday, we're going to cover that backing option thoroughly. So come back Friday. Stitching out pumpkin patch. Yeah, that's awesome. You're going to have to post it once you get it done. The toolbox is an awesome deal. It's got everything. Yeah, I think it's a great package. And like I said, we typically don't keep it on the website, but it just goes so nicely with Academy Week and all. If you're new, it's the really great way to get all the things that you need. Trimmer by George is a must-have. The toolbox looks great, has all the things you need all in one place. Yeah, it makes it easy. You don't have to kind of click around the website. It's just like, oh, okay, if I'm going to do this and I've never done it before, here's what I need. Can we apply our rewards towards our order? Yes, Evelyn, you can apply your rewards. The things that you're going to have to watch out for are your order has to, if you're going to get the free shipping, it has to be at 149. So if you are at 150, say, and then you apply your rewards and it goes like to 140, I don't know, what's something like that. And it goes under the 149, then the free shipping will fall off. So just kind of watch for that kind of a thing, because it's the promo's set up to hit the 140. That's the secret number. Definitely going to be grabbing this design and doing a Quilt of Valor donation quilt. Yes, that's fantastic. And variegated thread will look.
She's already got the vision in her head.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard that, Shannon, but Annie said she's already got the vision in her head. Perfect.
Okay. I think I'm going to unmute myself. Okay. Oh, something just popped up. I don't know what that means. We're going to leave it up so we can't see our faces, but that's okay. Okay. Let me find.
What popped up? Do you need help?
I can probably just click later on it. Okay. You want to go ahead and answer this one?
Sure. Betsy says, what day are you doing the backing in one piece? That will be on Thursday, Betsy. We're going to do one piece backing on Thursday, and then we will show you how to do the sashing on Friday.
Mhm.
And the sashing is what you do when you've added the backing and the hoop. So Thursday, Betsy, is your day to watch. Elizabeth wants to know, do the scissors come in left-handed? Unfortunately, Elizabeth, they do not.
But I wouldn't even say unfortunately, because although we are not left-handed, a lot of you that are watching in the comments are left-handed, and you guys have used the hoop scissors and you have no problem using them. So
if you're left-handed,
let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Watch none of the lefties be here today.
Right,
Gotta be here. But I promise you, we always get comments. This question, it's not the first time it's been asked, and there's always someone in the comments who says, I'm left-handed and they work fine.
I know some scissors, like regular sewing shears, the handle is like, it's just shaped for a right-handed person, where these don't really have that shape.
They seem to be a little more ambidextrous. Yeah. Okay. Terry wants to see, Terry said, will you show binding that is part of the one-piece backing?
That was really not on our list, Terry, but maybe we could just kind of talk about it a little bit. Add that to my list for Thursday.
We're talking about it at the machine embroidery.
Yes. Yeah, Terry, if you signed up for the machine embroidery event, that will definitely be talked about in a lot more detail.
Okay, and then Terry, I hope you're still here because I put this question up earlier and I didn't mean to. I did start it so that we could answer it though. She says, if you do 5-inch blocks, would you have more fabric to make the quilt larger? I think you're talking about the fabric kit.
Right. That's what it sounds like to me. And yes, the kit is designed to make the 60-inch by 60-inch quilt on the 8-inch blocks. So if you do the 5-inch blocks, you will have some fabric left over. And if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger, I'm not sure exactly how much bigger you could make it, but you would definitely have some fabric left over.
And then Aubrey, I saw this comment in here from Marianne. She wants to know if we can post the fabric requirements. Can we post those in the VIP group on Facebook? She's shaking her head yes, but I don't know if she's listening to me.
Well,
but I don't know if they can hear me. That's okay. What I'll tell you, Marianne, you're watching on YouTube, but if you go to Facebook and you go into our
the
HoopSisters VIP Facebook group. It's a group over there. Really easy to find, just HoopSisters VIP group. You will be able to get the fabric requirements from there. Or if you can't access that for whatever reason, or you don't have Facebook, you can contact Nina and she can help you out with that. And we'll put her contact information up in a little bit before we're done.
Yeah, I would say if you order it, you're going to get it too.
Yeah, and Aubrey said if you order it, you'll also get those fabric requirements as well. So
lots of left-handed comments I saw.
Oh, good. Okay.
Good.
Okay, so yes, the lefties are here today. Deanna's here. She says she's left-handed and she can use them easily, which is great. Susan can as well.
Good.
And so can Eva. Awesome. Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm just kind of going out of order on these comments, so I'm sorry about that. Show the toolbox again. Aubrey, will you go to that slide and we can talk about it? Okay, so the toolbox includes 5 yards of battleizer. Do you want to remind them what battleizer is?
Yes, battleizer is what I put in the hoop. First thing, that's the first step, is to put that in the hoop. It's a batting and a stabilizer combination product. So it's a batting that already has the stabilizer in there, because you're doing quilting and embroidery, which require 2 different things as your base. Battleizer covers them all. You don't have to buy 2 different products or try and hoop 2 different products. The battleizer is a 2-in-1 quilt batting.
That's awesome. And then in addition to the 5 yards of battleizer, you'll get the trimmer by George, which we are going to demonstrate and show you why the trimmer by George is so special on Wednesday. But just kind of a quick overview of it. It helps you remove all the bulk from your seam allowances while protecting your block from slicing into it. So it's a must-have. And then the Hoop Scissors Minis and 300 yards of Vanish Light thread. So that's your water-soluble thread. Okay, what size is the finished quilt?
Okay, your 8-inch blocks, your finished size quilt is 60 inches by 60 inches. And the 5-inch block, if you make the 5-inch blocks, your finished quilt that's laid out like that is 37.5 by 37.5. And I think if you're going to do the 5-inch if you have extra fabric, like I can't remember who said that.
Terry.
Terry.
Mhm.
She had asked, I don't know how many extra star sections you can make, but I know you can make some beautiful throw pillows.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then Sandy, I think we probably answered this. I know you
Mhm.
asked this a little while ago, but it comes in 5-inch blocks or 8-inch blocks.
She said size of each block. So she's
Mhm.
probably wondering like the star point
Okay.
blocks. Let me grab.
Oh yeah, they are a little different, aren't they?
are.
Yes, you're
They
right.
are.
So when she said when we say 5 and 8-inch blocks, then your largest block is going to be 5 inches.
Yeah. So
Your largest block will be 8
yep,
inches,
your
depending on what
center
you're doing.
block would be 5 inches or 8 inches. Your star points, the 8-inch is 6 by 7 3/4, or the block's actually 7 3/4. We call them 8-inch blocks. The 5-inch files for the star points are 3.81 by 4.9. And the little quilted corners, those are going to be 3.8 for the 5-inch and 6 inches square for the 8-inch.
Alrighty. This question was asked by Gloria. How do you cut bobbin at the end since auto cutter is turned off? She was asking, it was when
Okay.
you were adding the backing and the hoop.
Right. You will have a little, when you take it off the machine and you turn your hoop over, you will probably have a couple jump stitches to cut. But that is priceless compared to having to work through a bird's nest that could happen and appear on there. So we think it's the lesser of two evils. So yeah.
Okay. Dana said Battleizer has spoiled her. She loves how easy it is to use. That's great. I'm happy that it's working well for you. That's amazing. Okay. And then Jeannie says, I'm going to miss Friday. Will the video be available later?
Yes, it will.
Yep.
Absolutely. All these videos and everything in the Academy will be available later for you to view a replay of it.
Okay, so the 15-yard Battleizer would be 10% off this week. So yes, if you add 2 items from the new arrivals collection on our website and the 15-yard Battleizer is in there, you would get 10% off of those items. Now it does exclude a couple items like the threads, the strip stick, the wool. I think that's about it. Yeah. I think I got the big 3. But so yes, 15-yard Battleizer, if you're adding 2 or more items to your cart from the new arrivals collection, is 10% off.
Yeah. And if you hit that, what was the other level?
$149.
Free shipping or that big bolt of Battleizer.
Yes.
So yes, time to stock up.
Okay, this one will start. Are you just going to be on YouTube today and Wednesday? We're on YouTube and Facebook. So we're live in those 2 different places, and it is today through Friday.
Yes.
So
every single day this week.
Yeah, every day. You're going to be sick of us. I hope not. Okay. Any other questions, Aubrey?
I don't think so, but hang on for just a second because I want to go. I want to.
Oh, she's flipping through slides. Let's see.
Do you see another one?
We see Nina.
I don't see another one. No.
All right. Why don't you guys tell her? I don't know if they can hear me.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about your order specifically or what's going on this week with Hoop Sisters Academy or any questions at all, get a hold of Nina. She can help you. Reach her at her information there on the screen by phone or by email, and she'll help you find an answer to any of your questions. All righty.
Did we do it?
I think we did it.
All right.
Okay. We will see you guys tomorrow at 2
Tomorrow.
p.m. Eastern. And we're going to stitch another block using a new technique tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.